Welcome to Life Full of Joy. Today's episode is Stress Busters with your host, Deb McGregor.
This is Deb McGregor of Life Full of Joy. Today we are going to work on increasing your joy factor by talking about stress busters, things you can do to manage your stress. In another podcast, I talked about the symptoms and impact of stress and why it's important to manage stress. If you did not have an opportunity to listen to that podcast, I will sum it up. Stress impacts the body on multiple levels, and it can affect your ability to perform at your highest potential. It can also affect you physically and emotionally. It makes sense that we want some great strategies in place to manage our stress levels. I also want to make it clear that we could cover 100 strategies, but unless you choose to be intentional about implementing stress buster strategies, nothing will change. You get to choose managing your stress levels. One of my favorite stress busters is to exercise. Even if it means taking a brisk walk for 30 minutes 5 times a week, I find it reduces my stress. If I have a really busy day, I try and walk for 5 minutes between appointments, even if I'm walking in place. I use a tool to track my steps, and I have a pretty good sense of the number I need to reach to keep my stress level in a good place. I will also increase my exercise if my stress levels are higher during specific time periods. Another good stress buster is to eat healthy and follow good nutrition. Eating whole foods and reducing processed foods is a great place to start. Your body needs good fuel to perform. Fueling your body the right way helps maintain appropriate stress levels. Another favorite stress buster is to put on your favorite music. Feel free to sing along or dance or do whatever the music moves you to do. This can shift thinking patterns. Notice what types of music reduce your stress. I actually have certain types that increase stress instead of reduce it, so choose wisely depending on your stress level. One of my friend's favorite stress busters is to journal. She spends 10 minutes at night and 10 minutes in the morning writing. Her evening journal reflects things about the day that she just wants to get out. In the morning, she clears anything out of her head so she can move through her day with grace and ease. I also want to mention simply sitting with a friend talking and listening. This can be one of the best stress busters. Consider making time for these type of appointments at least once a week. Finally, even though we haven't covered every type of stress buster, many have found prayer and meditation to be very effective. Let's increase your joy factor by continuing your learning. Think about some of the stress buster things we've discussed, or perhaps some that you've discovered on your own. Which ones work the best for you? Are there certain ones that work as they relate to specific types of stress? Get your stress buster methods in place as a piece of your stress management plan. Notice what works for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Deb from Life Full of Joy. Increase your joy factor today.